Goedemorgen allemaal. Hartelijk welkom bij de webinar van Yeastar. Mijn naam is Marco van Briemen van EMC Solutions. Leuk dat jullie allemaal even aanwezig zijn. We beginnen deze presentatie met de S-serie PBX van Yeastar. Waarna we doorgaan naar de nieuw te introduceren Cloud PBX van Yeastar. En we zullen eindigen met een demo waarin zowel de webinterface van de S-serie als van de Cloud PBX aan beurt komen. De presentatie zal gedaan worden door Yeastar zelf, dus de presentatie is wel in het Engels. Zal gebeuren door Jason Nieuw, die ik nu het woord verder ga geven en met de presentatie zal gaan starten. Jason, please go ahead.
Okay, sure. Okay. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. Good morning. Now, this is Jason from Yeastar training team. And today we're going to have the presentation to talk about the Yeastar team and product line. Now, our schedule is actually two parts. Now, first of all, we're going to start the presentation about the S-series PBX. And the second part we're going to have a very brief introduction about our Yeastar Cloud PBX. And after this presentation and slides, I will show you guys in the web, in my web browser. I will actually accessing the S-series PBX and also the Cloud PBX so that we can figure out what's the difference between Cloud PBX and the S-series PBX. Okay, guys, you're ready? Now let's just get started. Now, the first part, it will be a very brief introduction about our Yeastar team. So let's make it be very brief, okay? Now, our company actually start from 2006. That's the year we start everything. So which means 12 years has been passed. And for the past 12 years, we specifically working on this VoIP solution and VoIP solution, the VoIP communication products. That's exactly what we did for the past 12 years. So like I've mentioned, we specialized in this specific field for over 10 years. And definitely in the future, we will keep going on this path. And our team is actually like this because we're the original manufacturer. So definitely all of our solutions and products are totally created by ourselves with no doubt. And also we do have a very strong and professional team. Now you will figure that currently we have over 200 employees. They work for Yeastar. And the point is over 50% of our employees, they belong to the R&D department. So which means we're pretty confident on our products, on our solutions, because we really have a very professional team. And currently we also have two global offices. Now, okay, you cannot see the slides? Guys, can you see the slides?
I can see them, but...
Okay.
But I see one saying no.
Yeah. Okay, just check your webinar, all right? Check your webinar software because I'm not sure what happened because currently my settings configuration is okay for the screenshots. Okay, thank you guys. I will keep going. Now, currently we have two global offices. Now, the controlling office, the headquarters is in the city where I'm staying now. It's Xiamen in China. And our global office, another global office is in United States. It's Texas, Dallas office. So, and definitely our Yeastar team is not working alone. We work with our channel partners, of course. Now, throughout the world, you will figure that our channel partners completely cover over 100 countries. So we're never working alone. We work with our partners, of course. And also we have this strong and professional team to make sure that our products is designed for the SMB market. So currently, there are over 100,000 SMB. Just right on the moment, they're just using our Yeastar products. So all of those efforts we push us so hard on it just to make sure that we can keep this 30% annual growth for the past decade. And we believe in the future we can make it better and better. Now, when you're reviewing the history, you will figure out that this is actually our development of the whole Yeastar team. Now, at the very beginning, 2006, on that moment, only a few people, they realized the importance of the network because, you know, the network is still something, it's very new for everyone. It's not very popular. So still a lot of people, they were using the analog system. So on that moment, we realized it because we're the professional team. We see know it. In the future, the VoIP solution will becoming very popular. So 2008, we launched our first generation My PBX service, which can completely helping people to realize this kind of transformation from the analog platform to the IP-based platform, because this is a future trend. And with the development of the internet, so network condition has completely changed. Now around 2011, we just launched our second generation Yeastar S-series PBX, because we know this is the right moment for the world to take the completely new IP-based telephone system. So this Yeastar S-series PBX can completely helping people to realize the real VoIP solution, and also it has abundant features. It's a very powerful platform. And no one could ever believe that the network can completely change the world. I mean, think about this 2 years, right? So we cannot live in the world without network, without cell phone anymore. So 2016, a very big moment for Yeastar, because this is our 10 years anniversary, and we just launched our S-series PBX and Linkas app. So like I've mentioned, the internet is very popular now, and the technology is very, it's actually got a totally high level. So this S-series PBX can do one very important thing, which is called cross-platform. Now I prefer to call it cross-platform, which means when you have the S-series PBX, you can handle your telephone system issue, but you can also use this S-series PBX to realize the management of your third-party softwares. Now, for example, like a CRM system, like PMS system, like a call center system, whatever, it's going to be very easy for helping us to handle those kind of cross-platform cases. And also we have Linkas app. Take this Linkas app on your cell phone. No matter where you are, you can take your cell phone, and you will always be connected with your telephone system. And we always keep up with the time, like what we did all the time. So that's the team. We know it. In the future, definitely the Cloud PBX will becoming very popular. So this is a very promising product, and this is going to be the future trend. 2017, our technology, our team, everything just get right on the moment. So we have our own Cloud PBX, and right on this month, January 2018, we just launched our Cloud PBX. Now, our team for the past decade completely grows up. You will figure that we start with only 10 guys in the 100-meter square office, very limited office actually, smaller than your house. But today, we have a very strong and a very professional team, and also we have global offices. So we just stick on this specific field, the VoIP solution. We believe in the future we can make it better and better. And also, Yeastar service is very important. Another very important information I think going to be helpful for you guys. Now, we work with Yeastar, you will figure that we always offer the excellent tech support service. Now, why do we offer tech support service? We treat this so important because for end users, they will need your help. Without tech support, they cannot handle any technical issue. Now, for you guys, you will also need a tech support. Now, probably you will need our help. Now, we will be your backup. We will be your strongest assistance. And we have this first level local support that was actually for the local dealer. You guys will be the first level local support for the end users. So Yeastar not gonna take, we're not gonna interfere your local support issue. But we will be the second level support for you guys. Now, if you need our help, you can just submit your ticket through our support portal. It's going to be very flexible for you. And besides, we also have a systematic training system. So with the help of our Yeastar Academy training, you can totally get trained, get tested, get approved, and get your certificate if you pass the test. Now, we can make some training like webinar training. That's exactly what we're having now. And also, if you prefer the VCS training for face-to-face communication, that's totally available. We can customize it for you. And We can also arrange some on-site, global on-site training, which is specifically designed for hands-on technical training. So all those 3 different methods of training is specifically designed for our clients. Okay, guys, now I make the first part being very brief so that we will have more time to talk about the product. Now let's have a check our S-series PBX. Now the S-series PBX, we have 4 models from S20 to S300. And also another model, I didn't put it here. Another model is called S412. That's actually designed for, the analog, between analog and the IP-based system. It's a smaller capacity. It's kind of like for tiny office. But from S20 to S300, this is exactly for SMB users. Okay, so we can completely cover from 20 users to maximum 500 users. Now we just make it very clear. Our target market is actually very clear. It's just the SMB users. And this would be the, this is a parameter list I actually get from the data sheet. Now it's nothing special. Let's just have a quick look. Now you will figure all those basic information is actually marked here. We have users now, like S20 support 20 users, S50 50 users. Now S100 and S300 will be a little bit different because this 2 model has a larger capacity. So we support these 2 models. They support expandable system. And we're gonna have a further discussion about this expandable system later. All right. Okay, I think other information we can just skip it. All right, it's just very basic now, like the protocol, like the codec. That's all we support. Okay, and talking about the S-series PBX. Now, the first thing people care about so much will be the quality, right? This is a universal rule. Everyone cares about the quality. So how do we guarantee the quality? Now, definitely, we can guarantee the quality because we work with those excellent manufacturers in the world. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now, for example, our CPU provider is NXP Freescale, and we work with Samsung Micron to be our RAM provider. And Toshiba is our flash provider. Anyway, forget about those brands. All of those manufacturers, you will figure they're totally in the leading position in their specific field. So that's the key point. We can make sure the system, the hardware is working stable, it's becoming excellent. And it's not enough for Yeastar. We want to make something much more better. So we have our own factory and our own lab, and we make very strict quality control and quality assurance just to reassure the quality will be guaranteed for our clients. And now let's talk about the expandable system. See how do we make the system becoming expandable? Now, first of all, talking about the expandable system. Now you will figure that this is only available on S100 and S300. So the key point we can make the system becoming expandable is this little tiny chip, which is called D30 module. Now this D30 module is a really tiny chip, but this tiny chip can make something totally different. Now have a check. For S100 and S300, we can take this tiny chip and fix it in the PBX so that we can have 100 extensions and 30 concurrent costs more. One single piece of the D30 module can support 100 extensions and 30 concurrent costs. So the solution will be like this. For S100, originally you will have 100 users and 30 concurrent costs. But with the help of this D30 module, for those end users, they don't have to worry about, do they need to buy a new PBX? No, they don't have to buy that one. They don't have to spend too much money on that. They can actually have a very cost-efficient solution, which is this. Make the system become a large capacity. So they can change the user from 100 to 200 and get 60 concurrent costs. And for S300, we will have actually 2 plans. Now, plan A, we can have 1 piece of D30. So we will have 400 users, 90 concurrent costs. And also, if our end users, they want to have a large capacity, they want more, so we can give them plan B. Take 2 pieces of the D30 module. So maximum you can have 500 users, 120 concurrent calls. And the point here is for S100, only one piece of D30 module is available. But for S300, we could actually have two pieces. And also the S-series PBX is customizable equipment. Now, perhaps some of you guys are very familiar with the S-series PBX, which we called modular design. Now, how is this modular design worked? Now, let's have a check. Since I will mention this is modular design, so definitely we have modules. So on my right hand are all those modules which is available on the S-series PBX. And when we try to use the modules, definitely we need to plug into the PBX. Well, for S20, S50, that will be okay. We can just take screwdriver, open the cover, so we can fix in directly. But for S300 and S100, we will need the help of our expansion cards. Check over here on my left hand. Now, the first piece of the expansion card is EX30. Now, the reason why we call it 30 because this card can actually offer us one port for E1, T1, J1. And you know, E1 maximum can actually help us get 30 channels. So that's the reason why we call it EX30. It's actually very easy to understand, very simple. So you just plug in this one piece of the EX30 card in your S100 or S300. Now you will have one port for your E1. And the next one, EX08. Now this EX08 is actually the card which can provide us 8 RJ11 ports. Now, what is RJ11 ports? Now RJ11 ports, you know, is specifically for analog channels like FXS, FXO, BRI. So that's the ports, what we can do on this EX08. Now we will have 8 ports. The point is, how do we activate those ports? You know, we have 8 ports, so how do we activate these 8 ports? Now we will need to take our modules to activate those 8 ports. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Muted.
Okay, guys, now let's keep going. And for the installation, it will also be very easy to understand. You know, you will figure this will be the installation. Now for installation part, you will just need to take your screwdriver, use your screwdriver, open your PBX, right? Use your screwdriver, open.
Unmuted.
And after that, we can just take this expansion cards, plug it in. And you will figure that the PBX here, the S100, we support 2 pieces of the expansion cards. And S300, we actually support 3 pieces of the expansion cards. So that's the difference. That's the difference for the capacity between 2 PBXs. And so we will have more options, you know, for our solutions. We can have different, you know, combinations for, like we can have triple ports for E1, or we can have 24 ports for for this FXS or FXO. So in other words, the modular design just create a possibility for us to have this flexible solution. Is actually a very good way, right? Okay, now let's have a check on the features and solutions on the S-series PBX. Now, first of all, on the S-series PBX, you will figure that all those basic features are totally available. Now, for example, like IVR, like call back, call recording, call monitor, voicemail to email. It's all very basic features, but so many features. It's totally available. The point here is, when you buy a S-series PBX, you will get all those features once and for all. So in other words, there are not going to be any license charge. It's totally free. You just pay the money for this S-series PBX. All the features, you will have them permanently. And except for those basic features, there's some unique features on the S-series PBX. Now, for example, the App Center. What is App Center? Now, before I talk about the App Center, I would like to ask you guys one question. How do you download a game or a software on your cell phone? Think about it. It's a very simple question. Now, normally when we try to download a game or software on the iPhone, on our iPhone or on our Android phone, we would just need to go to the App Store or the Google Play. Then we can start searching, then we start downloading, and we will have it. That's exactly what we did. So the App Center is totally same thing here. It's just kind of like the open platform for your S-series PBX. Well, the difference is we're not going to use this App Center to download games, right? Anyway, I'm just joking. Forget about it. So App Center is the open platform where we can download so many very practical softwares, specifically designed for those projects for some vertical users. Now, for vertical users, like if our client is a hotel owner, so this is a vertical user because he's just working for that specific field. So he will need a telephone system, and he also need a hotel management system. And in the App Center, we have some apps like this hotel app. It can help this guy to handle the hotel management issue. So that's going to be a very cost-efficient solution. And except for that, our S-series PBX also with a very excellent compatibility for IP phones. So in other words, for end users, they don't have to worry about what kind of IP phones are they using in the office now, because it doesn't matter. Any of those IP phones are totally supported on the S-series PBX by using our auto provisioning feature. So simply by a mouse clicking, all of those IP phones will be registered on your PBX automatically. And also the S-series PBX has API interface. So which means when we try to integrate with our CRM system, PMS system, and also cost center system, it is very possible to do that. This is exactly the thing which I mentioned, the cross-platform solution. So we can make the telephone system connect with our management system. This is totally cross-platform solution. Okay, I don't see support for Panasonic HDV phones. Well, here on the slides, I'm actually just put a few brands. But in the PBX, you can actually start searching in the auto provisioning. There has a list. We do support Panasonic. Okay. All right. And also we have a Linkas app. This is a very amazing app which we created for cell phones. So you can download this app on your cell phone and simultaneously go to your PBX, make your configuration on it, and you just make your cell phone become your mobility extension. So for example, we can share in this 601 one SIM extension number, but we can have desktop phone and our Linkas. So if even we have a business trip, is still available to keep online. This will be a basic configuration topography. Now you will figure that. Okay, and also the Linkas do support something else. So which means you can use Linkas for phone calls, but you can also use Linkas to check like a call waiting, call transfer, call history, call forwarding. So all those features are also available on this Linkas app. And besides, you can also use Linkas to join in the conference. Okay, and another solution, very basic one, very fundamental solution for most of you guys will be branch office solution. Now, normally people take S-series PBX, they want to have the solution between two offices so that they can start this free internal calls. Well, we do support it by SIP trunking. Now, first of all, and with the help of SIP trunking, we can have free internal call, we can have free internal conference call, and also we can share each other office, truck, help us save a lot of money. Except for that, the VPN server is also available on the S-series PBX, so we can create VPN server on the our S-series PBX. Make sure our internal SIP trunking is completely being protected. It's called this multi-site interconnection solution. Now, this is a totally new feature on the S-series PBX, which means if you get an update, if you have an upgrade, if you already upgrade your system, now you will have this feature. Now, the multi-site interconnection solution is specifically designed for multiple offices. Now, for example, if we have like over five or over 6 offices, we need to integrate with each other. Now, the traditional method will be SIP trunking, right? So which means by SIP trunking, like this one, it will be okay, but think about if 2 offices by using SIP trunking is fine, but like 5 offices, 6 offices using SIP trunking, that's so complicated. We need to get port forwarding on each side of those offices. And also we need to get public IP address. But anyway, we just open ports, open channels so that they can connect with each other. It's not safe. It's not so safe, actually. So it's complicated, it's not cost efficient, and it's not safe. So this totally new solution just help us solve this issue. Now check on my right hand. The multi-site interconnect is just a new feature. It's very easy, very simple. We would just need to take one of our S-series PBX as the headquarter device, create this PBX as the headquarter, configure it. And after that, we will only need to get port forwarding and the public IP address for this device. And other devices for those branch offices, they will just need to register on this platform, on this PBX, on the headquarter. It's going to be very easy. And when those PBXs register on this platform, on this controlling office PBX, after that, every single piece of those branch offices are totally connected with each other. So this will be a very good solution for helping us. This is functional and stable. Of course, save a lot of money for us, and it's really efficient because we don't need to spend too much time on the complicated settings. And also we support video solution. Now, for this part, I think we can make it easy. Now, any of your video devices, if they support SIP, so you can make them become one of your extension, registered on your S-series PBX, so you can activate all those devices. And also we support one same number with multiple terminals. This is very practical for us. Now we can have one same number, but I can have multiple offices, and also I can have my mobility extensions, but I'm actually using one same number. And the conference panel is available. So normally when we have a conference through telephone system, we have no idea about the conference working status and how many persons currently online, right? But with the help of the conference panel, we can stay in our office, using our computer, check the computer display so we can figure out the working status of the conference. And the next one for this, email to short messages to email. This, I think this is not I don't think this is so important, but this is a very basic feature. I mean, this is a very basic feature. For some chain stores or some retailing stores, now probably this short messages to email to short messages is gonna be really helpful. And we support it, gonna be very easy for them. Okay, so wrap up. Let's just wrap up for the S-series PBX. It's a really powerful platform. Of course, we designed it just for our users. We never create something good for nothing. Everything is designed for SMB users. So it's totally function for users, and it's flexible, modular designed. You can customize your system by yourself. And the S-series PBX, the GUI system is really user-friendly, easy for maintenance. It's not a big deal for end users, and also for you guys. But anyway, it's just designed for the SMB users. Okay, and another thing here is the gateway. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the gateways because the gateways will be a backup solution for S-series PBX. Let's just have a quick look. Now, normally when we have the S-series PBX, if we don't have enough ports or we don't have available ports for some physical channels, we will need the help of the gateway. Now, currently we have TA gateway for analog, TE gateway for E1, TB gateway for BRI, and also TG gateway for for cellular for our SIM cards. Now, first one, this is TAFXS gateway, and we can use it to actually connect with our analog phones. So if we have so many analog phones and we don't want to drop those analog phones aside, we want to start make use of them, we can take FXS gateway to connect with our PBX. Or we can put this gateway in the office directly. If the office is a very tiny office, they don't want to spend extra money on the telephone system, but they do want to have a tiny telephone system. So the gateway gonna help. And also we have FXO port gateway. Now this will be the solution for people who want to start the integration between IP PBX, the S-series PBX, and your analog system. So analog system, you can plug into the FXO gateway, and through the FXO gateway to the PBX, to the S-series PBX, it's totally by internet, by network. So this is going to be a very good solution for helping those people save a lot of money. And TG gateway. Now this will be kind of like the remote control gateway. Now why do I call it remote control? Think about it. In some area, some project like powerhouse, power station. I mean, it's very far from the city. So it's definitely impossible to get landline because there's no landline. Now, for example, if we have some office in the forest, in the desert, just somewhere very far, so we can't have a landline, but we can have TG gateway, plug into the, just take your SIM card, plug inside, and we can use SIM card to have this telecommunication as well. And the TE gateway. I think TE gateway is very easy to understand now. For example, like S100, S50, S20, S50, I'm sorry. They don't support E1 port, but we can have TE gateway to get E1 port for those two models, right? And also TB series, it's gonna be same, gonna be similar. Just help us get ports for BRI. All right, guys, now, this part, that was all for the S-series PBX introduction. And now let's talk about Yeastar Cloud PBX. Now, first of all, currently this month, January, we just launched our Yeastar Cloud PBX officially. I mean officially. And we also have this 1 month free trial for Yeastar Cloud PBX. So which means those instances for if you want to have a try, it's totally available. Just contact with Marco, because Marco gonna help you guys to activate this 1 month free trial, and he can follow up with the Yeastar Cloud PBX. If you guys want more details information, you can contact with him directly. All right. So this month we just bring you guys the Yeastar Cloud PBX, and we get 1 month free trial. Just keep that in your mind. And get more details information, you can visit Marco's website, which is emcsolutions.nl, that one directly. Or you can also get information from Yeastar. But Marco's here is going to be very flexible for you guys to get information from Marco directly. Yeah, Marco's actually sharing the information in the chat panel, so you can just follow it. All right, let's keep going. Another thing, guys, I'm sorry, I'm actually just put this thing here. Another thing is you can actually subscribe our YouTube channel. That's kind of like advertisement. Forget about it. All right, you can subscribe our YouTube channel, get some very helpful information, because we have weekly updates videos for Cloud PBX, for S-series PBX, for Yeastar Tech Talk, and also for Yeastar Certified Test. But anyway, all of those videos are available now. It's totally weekly updates. So you guys can actually subscribe our YouTube channel. All right. Now let's just go to the Cloud PBX introduction. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this here and take another slide. All right, guys. Now this will be the slides for our Yeastar Cloud PBX. I'm actually gonna make this becoming much more easier to understand. Try to make it be brief. Let's have a let's discuss about it. Now, first off, talking about the Cloud PBX generally, let's just take an overview of the whole global market. Now you will figure this is a future trend, because the 2010, the Cloud PBX market share is only 4%, right? But now, last year, we got 18%. So we can figure this is a trend, right? This is a future trend. The market of the Cloud PBX has been growing up. So definitely in the future, more and more people will select cloud solution, of course. And now I would like to make a general idea for you guys. What is Yeastar Cloud PBX? Now I will try to make it be very easy, very simple. Now our Yeastar Cloud PBX is multi-instance structure. Now first of all, and we're actually create the whole structure like this. We have YMP, which is Yeastar Management Plan. That will be kind of like a general server. You can understand it. It's kind of like a general server. And for you guys, if you want to get the free trial, now how do we get this 1 month free trial PBX? I mean the instance is actually get from this general server. So in this general server, the YMP, because it's multi-instance, so we can separate this general server to different parts. So in other words, the YMP is more like a container. It's just a huge container. It contains maximum 2,000 users, 500 concurrent costs, and 100 instance. So what is instance? Now, instance is actually kind of like the virtualized PBX. What is PBX? I'm sure you guys are actually very familiar with it. It's just a PBX, right? So instance totally virtualized the PBX. Okay. Now our structure, just like I mentioned, two parts, the YMP and instance. Now let's just have a check about our components. See, this structure figure is actually, I think it can make everything becoming very easy to understand. So every single piece of the instance is completely generated from the YMP, from this container. I get those instances from the container because the container is the master, right? Now, first of all, let's talk about the instance. Now, what is instance? Just like I mentioned, it's exactly the virtualized PBX. Now, think about the S-series PBX. S-series PBX, we have S20, S50, S100, right? And we can set this PBX for for helping us to take over of the whole telephone system. Now, this instance is exactly the same thing. Now, the only difference is you will not going to have any hardware, right? Because it's totally virtualized. And if you are trying to use IP phone, analog phone, totally available. Just registered on this Cloud PBX directly. For analog phone, we can just take gateway, right? For our BRI, PRI, we can also take gateway. It's very easy to handle. And for features, you will figure exactly all those basic features totally available on this instance, this virtualized PBXs. And I will show you guys later on the web GUI system so we can have a general idea about this Cloud PBX. Okay, so now let's just think about what can we do on the virtualization. The virtualization PBX comparing with the hardware PBX is a huge difference, right? Now, first of all, about the installation, it's very easy. It's very simple. Now, the traditional hardware PBX installation is a little bit complicated, right? And also, the security issue, the security system has completely changed. And also, the virtualized PBX is flexible. Now, what is flexible? Because think about it. If you take S-series PBX, the smallest capacity you will have is 20 users, right? That's actually fixed. You cannot change it. But for this virtualized PBX, it's totally customizable. It totally depends on you. So you can just tell us how many extensions do you want. I mean, for you guys, if you take the free trial, for example, if you want to have this free trial, now you could just tell Marco, hey, Marco, I will just need 5 extensions. So Marco can help you guys just activate 5 extensions. Now, if you want a 15 or if you want a 25, 28, tell him. He will actually just help you to activate the exact number which you want. That will be very flexible comparing with the traditional hardware PBX. And now, also we have YMP. So for YMP, make it easy to understand. It's just a container. It's just a container holding our hand. For example, Marco is in charge of the YMP, so he's gonna use the YMP, the big container. He will hosting this big container and help you guys to activate those those instance, right? And this will be the YMP control panel. Actually, we can skip this part. And also everyone cares about the security. So the Cloud PBX, we do improve the security of the whole system. So we bring you the security features like this. That's how we make sure the security being guaranteed. But normally this is for the whole system. So this will be a little bit complicated, but let's just have a general idea. Just have a quick look. Now the whole system for our Cloud PBX is actually called YMP. It's the big container. So the big container actually contains every single piece of your virtualized PBX. And for the security feature, you will figure on my right hand, I'm actually marked them on my right hand. That's exactly how we make it work. Just completely secure your system. Secure the big container and also secure your instance. And also let's see some advantage of this Cloud PBX. What do we have? Now, first of all, this is totally virtualized, which means you don't have to take transportation or custom clearance or storage room. You don't have to worry about it because this is totally, software. This is not hardware, right? We save a lot of money. And also, you don't have to worry about physical maintenance because for hardware, definitely there's some material loss, right? So it's actually, you can't avoid the material loss, but this is pure cloud. So there is no physical maintenance. And also, this is flexible investment for both distributor, for the resellers, because it's totally flexible. Like I've mentioned, for those, we can customize the instance. Now, like how many users you want, how many concurrent costs you want, is totally flexible. And another thing here is when we try to add something more. Now, for example, if today we get 5 extensions, 5 users, and tomorrow we will need more. We need 8 users. Simply by mouse clicking, you will have that 8 extensions at once, immediately. Not like the traditional way. Traditional way, you will just get your dealer, contact with your dealer and get another one for shipping, for installation, spend a lot of time. But this one, immediately you can activate the user, the extension, current costs. All right. And also we have some requirements for the Cloud PBX. And I think this will just have a quick look at it. It's not very important now. Now we currently it's available on the Alibaba Cloud, Amazon Cloud, and also this data center, a high-level data center. Now this will be our Cloud PBX roadmap. So it's our plan actually for this year. See what kind of new features are we gonna have in this year. Now we will have API on the Cloud PBX. So as same as the S-series PBX, API will be up. And also we will have the remote management. Now this is a remote management platform for S-series PBX. And also in this year, we will make it being available on the Cloud PBX. And also we will make the high availability and the client for your desktop, for your for your PC and your Mac. Both are available in this second quarter. The third quarter we will have WebRTC. Okay, and the quarter 3 we will have recording. Now currently this PBX, this instance, virtualized PBX doesn't support call recording. Now, but just being a little bit patient. Now, third quarter, we will have recordings available. Now, the last quarter, we will have some specific solutions for call center, for vertical users like billing app. Okay, guys, now see the question here. Where country is the Cloud PBX YMP stand? Now, actually, about the YMP is totally depends on the distributor. Now, our hosting partner. So it's actually flexible. So for hosting partner, you can select the YMP and you can equip the YMP for the local market. It's actually kind of like this, the business mode. So in other words, for resellers, for end users, they will actually get all the service from the hosting partners directly. Okay. All right, guys, I will show you to the web GUI now. Okay, now first of all, this is the S300, the S-series PBX, right? Now I'm sure you guys are actually very familiar with this one. Now I'm using the IP address log in to this S-series PBX, right? Now let's see, what do we have? Now log in, we will have the user interface. Now you will figure the settings, the main menu are totally available. So this will be the S-series PBX. All right. Now, let's see the Cloud PBX for those virtualized PBX, the virtualized instance. Okay, I'm going to use my account name, which is actually my email address, and my password. We will actually have our own domain for this Cloud PBX for this instance. So we don't need to use the IP address. We just need this domain. All right. And see, this is a user interface. Exactly the same thing we have in the S-series PBX, right? But some difference, of course, some difference. Because S-series PBX, we support physical ports. So you can have physical trunks here directly, right? For example, you can have physical trunks directly. But Cloud PBX, you don't have it. You only have zip trunk. So you don't have physical trunks. You can only create zip trunk. But it doesn't matter. You can have gateways, right? Because Yeastar, we offer gateways. So if you have some physical trunks like BRI, like PRI, you can use it directly. Just take our Yeastar, gateway, so we can make it happen. And also, we have some other difference. Let's get to the main menu of the settings. See the comparison. This will be the S-series PBX. And this will be the Cloud PBX, the instance. Now, a little bit difference. Now, what's the difference is like remote management, we don't have it. House standby, we don't have it. And also here, we let us check the recording. Now this one, we don't have a recording. All right. And another thing here is the multi-site interconnect. Now on my Cloud PBX, we don't have multi-site interconnect. But soon, pretty soon, all those features will be available on this Cloud PBX. Anyway, you can just have a quick look at here. The Yeastar Cloud PBX is very amazing. It's really amazing because you can find so many features here. For example, call features. We have many features that's totally available on this one, just as same as your S-series PBX. This is really powerful. Seriously, this is really powerful because in the market, you can find so many different Cloud PBX. Really, seriously, you can find so many different Cloud PBXs in the market. But you cannot make sure all those PBXs, all those Cloud PBX can give you this so abundant features. But we make it. And also, App Center, here we also have App Center. But the difference is App Center currently we only have Linkas and auto provisioning. This too is only available now. But in the future, we will have more apps, of course. So in other words, in the office, if you equip our Yeastar Cloud PBX, if you want to save money, you don't even need to equip IP phones in the office. Seriously, everyone has cell phone, like I've mentioned before, right? So everyone just need to download Linkas on their cell phone. You don't even need to spend money on your IP phones. It's just a very good solution. I mean, this is a pretty good solution for some end users, for some SMB users, if they really prefer this solution. So in other words, for the Yeastar Cloud PBX, we just create a possibility to have more flexible solutions for SMB users. It will be very powerful this time. All right, guys, do you have any questions? You can just let me know through the chatting panel. Marco can also help you guys to handle those questions. If you guys have any questions, you could just let us know through the chatting panel or just tell us.
Unmuted.
Okay, here I got a question. Linkas for Windows Phone. Currently, Linkas is only for your cell phone. Now, for your desktop, the clients is actually in the roadmap, like I've showed you in the roadmap, and pretty soon we will have it. But now it's not available. Currently, it's only available for your cell phone, the Linkas.
Yeah, just for Android and iOS.
Yeah.
Zijn er voor zover nog meer vragen die we kunnen beantwoorden? Zo niet, dan kan het altijd natuurlijk ook nog na de webinar gesteld worden aan mij.
Okay, but there are also Windows soft phones. Yes, there's also some soft phones on your Windows, but it's not our Linkas. I mean, for example, you can download some other soft phones on your Windows. It's totally available. You can register on your instance on your Cloud PBX as well. That's available.
Ja, iedere instance krijgt een eigen SSL-certificaat. Dat moet wel. Want anders krijgen we hem niet secuur. Zijn er verder nog andere vragen die we kunnen beantwoorden? Okay, Jason, do you have something else to tell?
Currently, nope. That was all for today's presentation, all for the slides, and thank you so much for your time. And guys, if you have any question, you can just let us know.
I have one more question, Jason. Perhaps you can show something, because there are people who also want to have centralized management, and I know you have it.
Which one?
The central management.
Okay. The central management, which one?
One moment, please. The remote management of Yeastar.
Ah, okay, okay. The remote management, all right. Okay. Okay, guys, the remote management currently is only available for S-series PBX. That's kind of like the management platform for the hardware S-series PBX. Now, what we're going to do is actually going to be very helpful if you have this remote management. Now, for the remote management, if you want to activate your remote management, now you will need to apply to be a Yeastar partner. Now, that will be step one. And step two, once you've already been a Yeastar partner, you will get a Yeastar partner ID. And this ID can help you to log into our partner portal. Now, for example, I'm actually using my account, log into this account already. Now you will figure this is our Yeastar Partner Portal, and this portal is very helpful for all of you guys. You can download marketing resources for your commercial activities. You can get some information from our Yeastar Academy about our training. And also you can take part in our online certified test. And also you can have our schedule for the training. Of course, you can submit your ticket if you have a technical issue. And if you want to check your warranty for your products or the status of your certificate, you can go to the lookup. And the last one, remote management. So this will be the platform which I've talked about. We can use it to have this remote control for every single piece of your S-series PBX. Now think about it. For you guys, now normally you will have so many clients, I mean for those end users. Now, if they have the technical issue, now they will just contact with you because you're the local dealer, they will contact with you and they will need your help. Well, the traditional way for you to help them to do the troubleshooting will be very, very old-fashioned way, which is you're gonna have the face-to-face communication, which means you can take your transportation, visit their office, spend a lot of time, spend a lot of money on the transportation, help them to do the management, do this troubleshooting, maintenance. That will be, plan A. And plan B is the traditional remote control. Now think about it. The traditional remote control is really complicated because you have to make sure the end users on their side, they have port forwarding, they have public IP address, so that you can have this, troubleshooting. And also this is not safe because we're using port forwarding. The port is totally open, right? So not like those old-fashioned way. The remote management is a totally new method for us to control those PBXs remotely. Now what we're going to do is just register those PBXs on this platform in advance. And after that, sell those PBXs to the end users. In the future, if they have any technical issue, they need our help, we can just use our Yeastar ID, log into this remote management platform, and we can start management. We can start our management, our modification, our maintenance on every single piece of your end users PBXs. So this is going to be very helpful for resellers, right? You can help your clients handle tech issue immediately. And this is also going to be very helpful for service provider because usually service provider provide SIP trunk service and also the PBX. So through this platform, you can handle any kind of tech issue on your SIP trunk, on your S-series PBX, and also you can monitor the whole system. And if your business is not for selling, if your business is for rental service, maybe you just rent your S-series PBX to end users. So definitely those rental PBXs are still your property. You don't want anyone else except yourself mess up with your property. So you can use this platform, monitor your PBX, and also you can handle the technical issue for your clients. So, but anyway, your end users will feel very good. They feel very happy to being work with you because you can offer them the real fast service, right? People do care about this. And also this is totally secured. Now, I'm going to make a brief introduction about how do we make use of this platform of the Yeastar remote management. Let's have a check. Now, on the top banner, we have 5 options. We have dashboard, users, the devices, and the alarm, the operation log, and settings. Have a check one by one. First one, dashboard. Now, what is dashboard? Think about what is dashboard on your car. When you drive your car on the highway, normally you can check on the dashboard to get all the details information of your car, right? The car working status. So the dashboard is exactly the same thing here. You can check your platform, your S-series PBX's working status through this dashboard. That's exactly what we can do here. We have 4 sectors. Sorry, guys. We have 4 sectors here. Now, for this one, my device, it tells us how many devices currently registered on this platform and What about their working status? And also the second part is a chart. It's a histogram actually. Tells actually everything in detail about those working status. Okay. And the third part will be recent alarms. So here just tells us what exactly happened for, if something happens, it's just alarms. It just tells everything in detail. And the last one, it is a group, because we're gonna use this remote management platform for helping us to manage the whole, because we're the local dealer, so it's gonna help us to manage the whole local market. So we can create different groups. Now, maybe we sell PBXs to different cities, different areas, so we can create different groups. So in the future, we won't get confused, right? Okay, now let's keep going. The second part, device. So device here is the place where we can register those S-series PBXs. This is exactly the place where we can register those PBXs on this platform. Now, for example, when we try to register those PBXs on this remote management platform, and we actually have two methods to register those PBXs on. Now, the first method will be traditional method. So traditional method will be just create an account on this platform, right? Step one, give a name of this PBX. Now you can name it as you want, like a 000, for example. And you can assign this PBX to your group. Now, because I'm in China, so I create a few groups like Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, whatever. And here we have an option. This is an optional option because you can check it or you can just ignore it. The difference is, if I never check this verified serial number and MAC address, that means if this PowerPower generate the verification code, that will actually be available for any S-series PBX. But if I check this verified serial number and MAC address, so which means I have to enter the particular serial number and MAC address, and later on here generate the verification code is only available for this particular PBX. Now, for example, here we will have the verification code. I will show you right over here. All right, guys. This is the verification code. Now, we will just copy this code, get to the PBX, right? So for example, take, I have a PBX here. All right, take this PBX. Let's just go to the remote management directly. And here, let's select by authentication code, right? Enter this authentication code. Oops, I'm sorry, guys. All right. We're gonna go to the settings directly and click on remote management. Disconnect it because I'm gonna show you how to make it working. Okay, so method one by authentication code. Here we just drop the authentication code, activated, then we have it. And also we have another method to register this PBX on the platform, which will be much more easier. Which is we don't even need to activate this account, this platform. We can go to the PBX directly. So you will figure that we have an option which is called by Yeastar ID. Click on my Yeastar ID. Now what we're going to do, just enter my Yeastar ID because we're going to register this PBX on that ID, right? On that platform of the on the platform of that ID. So the ID is my ID. jasonnew527@gmail. That's my Yeastar ID. And also the password, don't forget it. Click on confirm. That's also working. See here, we just registered successfully. Okay. All right. Now it's time for us to discuss about how to make use of this remote control on this platform. See the amazing part on this remote management platform. Well, like I've mentioned, the traditional way will be complicated. So here it's totally not going to be complicated. It's totally simple, totally easy, and secured. Now, what we're going to do if this guy has a technical issue, he need our help, just click on this Earth. And the system get pop-out tells us to set a duration for this access. See, that's the difference. The traditional remote control is actually the port forwarding. That channel, the port forwarding, I mean the channel is permanently open. Anyone who knows the port, it will be available to access in the PBX, right? It's not going to be private. It's not going to be safe. But here we can set a duration, which means we will open the channel, of course. And this channel is limited. It's only available for a duration. For example, I take 30 minutes. Click on visit. This channel is already open. Now let's see. Okay, here we go. Now you will figure that not like the port forwarding, because we're not going to using the IP address to log into the S-series PBX. We're actually use a random URL. This is a random URL. That's the difference. Click on that URL. You will see we can do the exactly same thing through the port forwarding, but this is much more safer and much more convenient. Now, the only difference is here we get a timer. The timer just calculates. It just tells us how many minutes left for us. All right, if we don't want to use this channel anymore, we want to quit it, it's going to be very easy. Click on this timer. We can cancel this link, or we can extend the time. Now, if we need more time, we can extend the time, of course. And if we want to quit it manually, we can just close this channel. And after that, get back to the S-series PBX page. Get back over here and refresh the page. You will figure that the link is invalid, has expired. See, this is a big difference between the traditional remote control and this totally new method. It's totally, secured, right? It's totally under our control. We never make this channel being open for permanently. Okay. And what else we can do? And we can also, because this is our Yeastar partner ID, which means you guys are our Yeastar partner, and you can also create some sub-users account. Now, for example, if I'm a reseller and I have a technical specialist team, for example, I have 2 employees, they are my technical specialists. So I can actually create sub-users account for them. So in the future, those 2 guys, they can use their sub-user account for helping me register PBXs under their account. But generally speaking, the authorization is still under my control. So we can go to the settings, create a sub-users account. For those sub-users, it's actually the basic account for them. Now, first of all, we have general. General will be our basic information. We can change our name. We can check send alarm to email. And here's a very important information is managing max manageable devices, which means maximum how many devices can you have on this account for the remote management. Now, for the first time ever, if you apply to be our Yeastar partner, you get your Yeastar partner ID for the first time. I mean, you can have 1 device being available to have this remote management. If you want to have more, like you want to have over 10, over 20, it's available. It's totally available. You will just need to contact with our sales representative, get some details information about pricing. So how do we charge it? Just get the detailed information. Okay, now users, this will be the place where we can create sub-users account. Click on add. Now, not like us, because our role is actually a Yeastar partner. Now here, this one is just basic one. It's just the basic. So for the basic, that will be the helper, kind of like our helper. In the future, those helpers, they can use their account, register some PBXs. But anyway, the quantity of the PBX they can have is totally depends on the capacity we have. because we're the controller, we're the general of those sub-users account, right? So here we need to define how many devices can this guy have the manageable authorization. All right, and also we have security, which we can change our password, nothing special. Okay, and let's check about the alarm, see what kind of alarm we have and how do we receive alarms. First of all, this is alarm list. Anything happen will be recorded in this list, and also we can check it by the search engine. And the alarm settings will actually the list that tells us what kind of alarms do we have totally. Now for both the system, the platform, and also the devices for those S-series PBXs. Now we have two levels. We classify by two levels, major and minor. Major level means something so important and which is totally automatically activates the recording. So for example, if the device disconnected, if something happened like that, because this is a major issue, so it will be completely recorded in the alarm list. Right over here, it will be recorded in the alarm list. All right. So that's how we make use of the alarm. And it's not available for us to delete any of those alarms. And the next one, the operation log. The operation log, this is just a log. It just records everything in detail, what we've done for the system. So all of our operation actions has been completely recorded here. We can check it, but we cannot delete them. Okay, guys, that was all we have for the remote management, the basic introduction, a very brief introduction for this platform. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming. If you have any questions, you can just let us know through the chat panel. Marco, do you have any question?
No, I don't have any questions. Het vraagt natuurlijk of we nog andere vragen hebben. Dan kunnen wij die nu nog beantwoorden. Natuurlijk als vragen ontstaan buiten de webinar om, dan kunnen jullie die ook gewoon bij ons stellen.
Yeah, guys, Marco actually just put his information.
Nou, ik zie voor nu geen verdere vragen komen. Wil ik jullie in ieder geval bedanken voor jullie aandacht en leuk dat jullie aanwezig waren. Ook leuk om een paar bekenden weer terug te zien. Ja, zoals ik zeg, mochten er vragen zijn, neem gerust contact met me op. Ik heb al eerder de contactgegevens in de chat neergezet. Ik zal ze nog een keer met jullie delen. Hartstikke idee. Ja, nogmaals bedankt voor jullie aandacht en ik hoop dat jullie er wat aan hebben gehad en ik hoop graag voor jullie te horen.